Now you're likely to see more people heading to work on two wheels this week. That's because this week is Bike to Work Week, and that makes this the perfect time to talk about the importance of bike safety.
That's right. I met up with Arkansas Good Roads Foundation Executive Director Joe Quinn on the Razorback Regional Greenway to talk about Bike to Work Week, bike safety, and our booming cycling culture. Let's take a look. Joe Quinn, Good Roads Foundation, thank you so much for joining us out here on the beautiful Razorback Greenway today.
Incredibly beautiful.
Yeah.
And what's amazing, we're on one gorgeous stretch right here, but this extends all the way through northwest Arkansas. And you know, there are people, like you think about Aspen, Colorado, and if you're an American, you think, boy, that's the mecca of skiing.
Right.
But what has happened in our part of the world is northwest Arkansas is becoming, or has become, really the bicycling mecca of the United States, and it's only continuing to grow.
Absolutely.
And really think about what it means. It means seats in restaurants are full, hotel rooms are full, people have work done on their bikes while they're here. It's really an incredible thing that's happening here right now, and it's being accelerated with the pandemic.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And so I'm curious, we've got Bike to Work Week coming up, and you all are doing something in conjunction with that. Share with us what you're going to be doing.
Bike to Work Week is typical of some of the great things that are happening with bicycling right now. During the course of the pandemic, everybody was in the house from March to June. People are back outside. What they are looking for is exercise that offers natural social distancing. So that's great. And things like Bike to Work Week just accelerate what is going on right now as people are reminded there are more and different things that they can do to incorporate biking into their life right now. And it's really an exciting time. It's an exciting time for both really seasoned riders who have expensive bikes and have ridden for years, and they sort of know the technology of the bike, but it's also an exciting time for a mom with two kids who wants to get those kids out of the house. Maybe they're doing virtual learning in school right now, and after you've been on the computer all day doing virtual learning, what a great thing to get outside, get some fall fresh air, and go for a ride.
I totally agree with you, and you're right, and you alluded to this. It's healthy, it makes for a healthy body. You're getting outside and enjoying one of our main amenities here in northwest Arkansas. But what would you say to those people, and how does Bike to Work Week affect folks who don't cycle, who don't get out and ride their bikes?
I think it affects everyone in that it gives you a different way of thinking about biking, and it gives you a different way, Bike to Work Week gives you a different way of thinking about how sort of the whole region can incorporate it. And if you live, I mean, you take downtown Fayetteville or downtown Bentonville, two iconic downtown areas that are really beautiful and easy to get around, and if you live within, you know, a mile or two, what a great way to start your day. You have that morning coffee, you hop on the bike, and you ride to your office, and many offices, companies, employers are sort of more aware that people are dressing differently to come to work. They need a place to park the bike outside of the office, and it's all, I think, fitting together rather nicely right now.
I agree. And you guys have something happening called Good Roads Are Safe Roads campaign. Can you tell us about that campaign?
I think the reality in this country right now, it's very hard to walk into a Walmart and find a bike. It's hard to walk into any store and find a bike because the demand for bikes is so great right now. That's because more people than ever before in the United States are riding. So we think this is also a very logical time to remind both drivers and bike riders about bike safety, to make everybody more aware of that. So it's not only a great experience, great exercise, but it's also a safe experience.
That's right. Awareness is key. So Joe, obviously we're on the beautiful trail right now, but a lot of cyclists also cycle on our streets. And I know something about a new law that deals with stop signs and how you need to treat intersections. Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah. Well, for a couple of reasons, I think this matters a great deal. So a rider is clipped in, and if the intersection is clear, he generally would like to just keep on moving. He or she would like to keep on moving. Right. So what the new law does, it allows the biker to treat a red light as a stop sign and a stop sign as a yield sign. If there's no traffic coming, that's the way to go. But it makes it easier for the rider. And also, we hope it makes it easier for a driver coming through the intersection. So all in, we think it makes everybody safer.
I like that. I love safety, and I love the idea of not having to unclip if the intersection is clear, and you can keep going.
Yeah, and this is an innovative approach for Arkansas. We are one of the first states in the country to do this. I think we have become in Arkansas a state that is just constantly aware of what's going on in the biking world.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of good things are happening right now.
That's great to hear. So Joe, I'm curious about this campaign and about Good Roads. So how can we follow you on social media, and what's your website?
Well, first of all, we're going to be working with this television station in the months ahead to spread the word, and we think this is another example of KNWA being involved in the community, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
And we would love to be loaded on your phone, goodroadssaferoads.org. That's where we're at. Come check us out. A lot of good things happening in the months ahead.
Awesome. That's great news. Great for Northwest Arkansas. Bike to Work Week. I can't wait to get started.
Have at it.